Once upon a time, in a small village in Nigeria, there lived a young woman named Ada. Ada was in her late 20s and lived with her parents. She had always dreamt of a happy life and a loving family of her own. One day, a man named Emeka came to the village. Emeka was tall, handsome, and charming. He noticed Ada and started talking to her. He told her many sweet things and promised her a beautiful life if she married him. Ada was excited and thought she had found the man of her dreams. Ada's parents were a bit worried. They didn't know much about Emeka, but Ada was determined. She wanted to get married and have her own family. So after a few weeks, Ada and Emeka got married. There was a big celebration with music, dancing, and plenty of food. Everyone in the village came to wish them well. After the wedding, Ada moved to Emeka's house in the city. At first, everything seemed perfect. Emeka was kind and treated Ada with respect. But soon, things started to change. Emeka began to come home late at night. And he didn't let her visit her family or friends, and she felt very lonely. Sometimes Emeka would not give Ada enough money to buy food, and she had to go hungry. One night, Emeka came home and saw that Ada had not cooked dinner because there was no food in the house. He got very angry and shouted at her. He called her names and told her she was useless. Ada felt sad and scared. She didn't know what to do. Days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months. Ada's life was filled with sadness and pain. She missed her family and happy life she once had. She wished she could go back in time and make a different choice. But Ada was also brave and strong. She started to think about ways to change her situation. She knew she needed to find a way to be happy again. And so one morning, Ada woke up with a new plan in her head. She decided to find a job. Ada knew she needed her own money if she wanted to change her life. She put on her best dress, tied her headscarf neatly, and went out to look for work. Ada walked around the city, stopping at different shops and asking if they needed help. After many hours and many notes, she finally found a small bakery owned by a kind woman named Mama Nkechi. Mama Nkechi saw how determined Ada was and decided to give her a chance. "You can come tomorrow," Mama Nkechi said with a warm smile. Ada was overjoyed and thanked her many times. That night, for the first time in a long while, Ada felt a glimmer of hope. The next day, Ada started working at the bakery. She learned how to bake bread, cakes, and pastries. She worked hard and always arrived early. Mama Nkechi was very pleased with Ada and even paid her a little extra money sometimes. With the money she earned, Ada began to save. She bought herself some new clothes and a few small treats. But most importantly, she bought food so that she won't be hungry anymore. Emeka noticed the changes and became even angrier. He didn't like that Ada was becoming more independent. He tried to stop her from going to work, but Ada was determined. She knew this job was her ticket to freedom. One evening, as Ada was closing the bakery, she heard someone call her name. She turned around and saw her childhood friend Chinu. They had grown up together in the village, but she hasn't seen him since she got married. "Ada, is it really you?" Chinedu asked with a smile on his face. They hugged and started talking about old times. Ada felt happy to see a familiar face. She told Chinedu everything about her life, her troubles, and how she was working hard to make things better. Chinedu listened carefully and then said, Ada, you are very brave. I can see how strong you are. If you ever need help, remember that you have friends who care about you. His words touched Ada's heart. She realized that she wasn't alone after all. With renewed courage, Ada continued working at the bakery, saving her money and planning for a better future. Weeks passed and Ada became more confident. She made friends with the other workers at the bakery and even started sharing her story with them. They admired her strength and offered their support. But Emeka grew more and more furious. He tried to make Ada's life miserable at home, hoping she would give up her job. One night, after a particular harsh argument, Ada made a decision. She knew she couldn't stay with Emeka any longer. Ada started to gather her things secretly, planning to leave. She knew it would be difficult, but she also knew it was the only way to find happiness. One morning, as the sun rose over the city, Ada took a deep breath and stepped out of the house for the last time. She walked quickly, her heart pounding, heading towards the bakery. She needed to speak with Mama Nkechi and figure out her next steps. When she arrived, Mama Nkechi noticed the worry in Ada's eyes. "What is wrong, my dear?" she asked gently. Ada took a deep breath and told Mama Nkechi everything. She spoke about Emeka's anger, his harsh words, and her plan to leave him. Mama Nkechi listened carefully, her face full of concern. "You did the right thing by coming here," Mama Nkechi said. "You are very brave, Ada. You can stay with me until you figure out things." Tears of relief filled Ada's eyes. "Thank you, Mama Nkechi," she said softly. "I don't know what I would have done without you." For the next few weeks, Ada stayed with Mama Nkechi. She worked at the bakery during the day and helped with chores at home in the evening. Mama Nkechi treated her like a daughter, offering advice and comfort. Ada felt safe and cared for. One day, as Ada was kneading dough, Chinedu walked into the bakery. He had been thinking about Ada ever since their last meeting and was worried. "Ada, I've been looking for you," Chinedu said. "How are you doing?" Ada smiled back, feeling grateful for his concern. "I'm doing better, Chinedu. Mama Nkechi has been very kind to me." Chinedu nodded. "That's good to hear. Ada, I wanted to tell you something. I've been working on a small project and I think you might be interested." Ada tilted her head curiously. "What kind of project?" "I've been saving up money to open a small shop," Chinedu explained. "I want to sell handmade crafts and local goods. I could use someone with your skill and hard work. Will you be interested in joining me?" Ada's eyes lit up with excitement. "That sounds wonderful, Chinedu. I would love to help." And so Ada and Chinedu began working together on the new shop. They found a small space in the market and started setting it up. Ada used her savings to buy supplies and Chinedu brought his crafts and goods. They worked day and night, pouring their hearts into the project. What about their new shop spread quickly, and soon people from all over the city came to see their beautiful crafts and delicious baked goods. The shop became a success and Ada felt a sense of accomplishment she had never felt before. But Emeka had not forgotten about Ada. One day he appeared at the shop, his face twisted with anger. Ada, what are you doing here?" he shouted. "You belong to me." Ada stood her ground, her voice steady. "No, Emeka, I belong where I am respected and loved. I have found a new life and I am not going back." Emeka's eyes flashed with rage, but before he could say anything, Chinedu stepped forward. "You heard her, Emeka, leave her alone." Emeka looked from Ada to Chinedu and realized he was outnumbered. With a final glare, he turned and walked away. Ada watched him go, feeling a mix of relief and fear. She knew this wasn't the end of her trouble, but she also knew she had the strength and support to face whatever came next. As she turned back to the shop, she felt a hand on her shoulder. It was Chinedu smiling, reassuring. "We will face everything together, Ada. You are not alone." And for the first time in a long time, Ada felt truly hopeful about the future. She knew there were challenges ahead, but she was ready to face them, one step at a time. The days turned into weeks, and Ada and Chinedu's shop thrived. They became well known in the market for their friendly service and high-quality goods. Ada felt proud of their accomplishment and enjoyed the freedom she had earned. One sunny afternoon, as Ada was arranging new products on the shelf, a young girl walked into the shop. She had a shy smile, curious eyes. "Hello," Ada greeted warmly. "Can I help you with something?" The girl nodded. "My name is Izene. My mama sent me to buy bread. She says, your bread is the best in the market." Ada smiled and handed her a fresh loaf of bread. "Here you go, Ezine. Tell your mama I said thank you." As Ezine left, Ada felt a sense of joy. She loved seeing new faces and making people happy with her work. Later that evening, Ada and Chinedu closed up the shop and sat outside, enjoying the cool breeze. Chinedu looked at Ada and said, "Ada, I've been thinking. We should expand the shop. Maybe add a small cafe where people can sit and enjoy their food." Ada's eyes sparkled with excitement. "That's a wonderful idea, Chinedu. We could serve coffee, tea, and some of Mama Ikechi's pastries." They spent the next few weeks planning and working on their new project. Mama Nkechi was delighted to help, sharing her best recipes and even teaching Ada some new ones. The cafe's idea became a reality, and people were coming not just to buy goods, but to sit, relax, and enjoy the atmosphere. One day, while Ada was serving a customer, she noticed a familiar face at the door. It was her younger brother, Uche. He had traveled from the village to find her. Ada rushed to him and hugged him tightly. "Ada, I've missed you so much," Uche said, tears in his eyes. "Mama and Papa are worried about you." Ada felt a pang of guilt, but also a surge of happiness to see her brother. "I'm sorry, Uche. I should have visited. I've been so busy trying to build a new life here." Uche nodded. "I understand, Ada, but you need to come home and see them. They need to know you are okay." Ada promised to visit her family soon. She knew it was time to reconnect with her roots and show her parents that she was safe and happy. She planned a trip back to the village, bringing Chinedu along to introduce him to her family. When they arrived at the village, Ada's parents welcomed them with open arms. They were overjoyed to see their daughter happy and successful. They thanked Chinedu for his support and kindness. The visit was filled with laughter, stories, and a renewed sense of family. Back in the city, Ada and Chinedu continued to grow their business. They hired more staff and even started training young people from the village, giving them opportunities for a better future. Ada's journey had come full circle and she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. But life was not without its surprises. One evening, as Ada was closing up the shop, she found a letter slipped under the door. It was from Emeka. Her heart skipped a beat as she opened it and read these words. Ada, I am sorry for everything. I've realized my mistakes and want to make amends. Can we meet and talk? Ada felt a whirlwind of emotions. She didn't know if she could trust Emeka or if he had truly changed, but she knew she had to face him one last time to find closure. The next morning, Ada told Chinedu about the letter. He held her hand and said, "Whatever you decide, Ada, I am here for you." Ada noted. Feeling grateful for his support, she decided to meet Emeka in a public place where she would feel safe. When they met, Emeka looked different. He seemed remorseful and genuinely sorry. He apologized for all the pain he had caused and asked for Ada's forgiveness. Ada listened carefully, her heart heavy with memories. "I forgive you, Emeka," she said finally, "but I cannot go back to the past. I've built a new life and I am happy now." Emeka noted, accepting her decision. "Thank you, Ada. I wish you the best." As Ada walked away, she felt a sense of relief. She had faced her past and could now fully embrace her future. Back at the shop, Chinedu was waiting for her. Ada smiled, feeling lighter than ever before. She knew that no matter what challenges came her way, she had the strength and support to overcome them. Back at the shop, Chinedu was waiting for her. Ada smiled, feeling lighter than ever before. She knew that no matter what challenges came her way, she had the strength and support to overcome them. The days continued to pass, filled with hard work and joy. The shop and cafe became a beloved spot in the city, attracting people from all over. Ada and Chinedu walked side by side, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. One afternoon, Mama Nkechi visited a cafe. She sat at a table, sipping tea and watching Ada and Chinedu with a proud smile. Ada brought her a plate of freshly baked pastries and sat down beside her. "Mama Nkechi, I want to thank you for everything," Ada said sincerely. "You gave me a chance when I needed it the most, and you have been like a second mother to me." Mama Nkechi patted Ada's hands. "You are a remarkable young woman, Ada. You have shown great strength and resilience. I am proud of you." Just then, a group of children entered the cafe, laughing and chatting. Ada watched them with a smile, remembering her own childhood in the village. She realized how far she had come and how much she had achieved. One evening, after closing the shop, Ada and Chinedu sat outside, watching the sunset. Chinedu took Ada's hand and said, "Ada, I have something to ask you." Ada looked at him curiously. "What is it, Chinedu?" Chinedu took a deep breath. "Ada, you are the most amazing person I have ever met. We have built something beautiful together, and I cannot imagine myself without you. Will you marry me?" Ada's heart swelled with joy. She had found love and happiness, and she knew that this time it was real and true. "Yes, Chinedu, I will marry you." Their wedding was a simple but joyous celebration. Friends and family from the village and the city came to share in their happiness. Mama Nkechi baked a beautiful cake and everyone danced and sang into the night. As Ada stood with Chinedu, surrounded by loved ones, she felt a deep sense of peace. She had faced many hardships, but she had emerged stronger and wiser. The moral lesson of Ada's story is that true strength comes from within. No matter how difficult life may seem, it is important to believe in yourself and never lose hope. With courage, determination, and the support of kind-hearted people, you can overcome any obstacle and find happiness. Remember, it is never too late to change your path and create a better future for yourself. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this interesting story of mine, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more African tales, and please do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first person to know each time a video is uploaded.